Peace, 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 peace. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Shalom, shalom. I hope and pray that all is well. Everybody good out here in this weather. I'm stuck at the moment out here in Missouri, and it's really bad. I've been here since yesterday at the Loves, and it has, right now at the Loves, it's about maybe about a foot of snow. It's about a foot of snow right now. Hey, what's going on, ATM? It's good with you, bro. How's everything your way, man? Hope you're being safe. Like I was saying, right now, I'm in Missouri, and it's bad. You know, some ice storm yesterday. Then from the ice storm, it's like a foot of snow. It's a foot of snow right now. I'm in Missouri. It's bad. They got DOT got the highway shut down. Anthony E, Mr. Nice, what's good with you, bro? What's good with you? How you feeling? How you feeling? Thank you for stopping in. Prince the Trucker. Hey, what's going on, bro? Hey, how's everything with you? What's good with you, man? Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you stepping in and showing the love and respect. Appreciate that. You know, hey, if y'all coming in, hit that like button. Hit that like button. You know, I appreciate y'all. I'm good. Was just watching one of the. Oh, okay. Struggle 36. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. ATM. See, everything good. Safe travel, bro. I know it's slippery on them. Hey, bro. Hey, look, slippery ain't even a word. I mean, you got trucks sliding going downhill. Can't make it uphill. I got trucks on both sides of me. They were struggling just backing into the parking spots. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been here since yesterday, and I'm shut down. You know, hey, y'all coming in, y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for stopping in, taking the time to stop in. Hope everybody being safe out there in them highways and byways. You know, cause right now there's an Arctic blast here in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, Oklahoma, and DOT has suggested that everybody do not travel. If you really don't have to travel, don't travel, please, because cars are sliding, and at nighttime it definitely is going to be the worst time. It's supposed to be 19 degrees here in the Ozarks, or in Missouri, where I'm at. You know, so I can imagine what it's going to be like in other states and whatnot. You know, it's Helen. There was actually the first time I heard and seen when I heard of a thunder snow. There was a thunder snow. It was thundering while it was snowing at the same time. No lie. You know, you can look on your local media. You know, as far as even weather apps and whatnot, and they will say the same thing. If y'all coming into the room, hit that like button for me, please. Hit that like button. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. You know, see, green. Yes, sir. Struggle 36. Appreciate that. Prince the Trucker said, yeah, when that ice hit, it's time to park it for real. Absolutely, man. You know, especially us. You know, and it depends on how they load a trailer. If you're more heavy, if you don't know how to really adjust your tandems correctly, and if you're heavy in the back, when you go around them curves, you know what I mean, it's gonna cause you to fishtail. And a lot of times, if you don't know how to correct that fishtail, I can't really explain it. I have to be in the truck to really demonstrate it and show you how to correct it. You know, but one thing I say for y'all to do not apply brakes. Do not apply brakes. The way that your truck is turning and spinning, turn in that direction, let off the brakes. You know what I mean? Do not tap on the brakes. You know what I mean? Because it's going to make it worse. You're going to be like this and you're going to flip over. All right? Let me see. body. How you hide a body? It depends. A body of what? It depends on what you're talking about. You know, one thing on this channel, we promote nothing but positive inspiration on this channel. You know, but I know there's going to be a lot of bots. There's going to be a lot of haters. There's going to be a lot of this and a lot of that. You know, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Hey, if you want to waste your time to come in onto my channel, so be it. ATM said, yeah, I just seen a video on that thunderstorm. You know what I'm talking about? See? You know, that thunderstorm, and it was sleet. It was sleet too. It was sleeting and thundering too on that. You know what I mean? So y'all, you know, y'all be safe out there. You know, not just 18-wheelers, but you 4-wheelers as well. Y'all be safe on them highways and byways. You know, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to come in, check up on y'all, make sure that y'all are safe, make sure that y'all have the proper utensils and whatnot. You know, essentials, should I say? You know, essentials in y'all vehicles. You know, because you know you may be stuck on them roads. Make sure that you got plenty enough gas and fuel. You got blankets. You know, heating blankets, warming blankets, whatever you need. Extra blankets. You have finger snacks. You have water, drinks, Gatorade, whatever. You know, make sure that you have these things because it's very essential that you do. Because, you know, you don't know how long you'll be on them roads. You don't know when the next time someone is going to have the opportunity to be able to get to you, to be able to help you. So y'all make sure y'all carry that. If you don't have it, if you're about to leave the house, make sure you get it. Make sure you get it. You plan ahead. You plan ahead so you won't fall behind. All right? So, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to come in, touch base with y'all, and see how y'all doing. You know, see how you know, and want to give praise to the Most High Yah for waking each and every last one of us up. Because there's a lot of people wasn't fortunate enough to wake up. You know, and they had plans as well. So He gave us another opportunity to get it right. So let's take that opportunity and do what we're supposed to do and get it right. So I wanted to stop in, as y'all see from the thumbnail, you know, are y'all prepared? Are you prepared to protect your family? Let's see. Prince the Trucker said, what do you haul, OG? I'm gonna call you Prince, because that's my son's name, Prince. But Prince, I haul different commodities. You know, I'm a dry van, so I don't haul nothing. I don't no longer have my hazmat, so I don't haul hazmat products. I mainly haul fresh, you know, canned goods and stuff like that. You know, yeah. But I haul a lot of things. You know, I drove a refrigerator unit, you know, freezer, you know, a refrigerator unit, a flatbed, you know, oversized car hauler, you know, step decks, low boys. I did a little bit of everything, man. I've been out here 25 years. So I make sure I got my endorsements and make sure that I try a little bit this, a little bit that. You know, so yeah, so right now I'm hauling some cans, just some 15,000 pounds of just cans. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, I did reefer as well. Like I said, refrigerated reefer units. You know, for those who don't know what a reefer unit is, it's basically a cold box. You know, you haul your meat, vegetables, whatever that needs to be cold or froze. You haul that in there to the grocery stores and what have you. So, oh, okay, shout out to the Dry Box Nation. I'm reefer. Okay. Like I said, I did reefer before. You know, one thing about the reefer units, then I'm gonna get back on the thumbnail. You know, one thing about the reefer units is that, like I said, I've been driving for 25 years, and I didn't like delivering. And so like a lot of my deliveries were at nighttime. You know, and it kind of threw my body off. You know, threw my body off a little bit because I definitely didn't want to deliver at night. So it means I had to drive at night. I'd rather rest at night instead of my rest being disturbed by me having to check in with at the shipper. Picking up ain't bad. Normally it's during the day. Sometimes it can be at night as well. Delivering, a lot of times at night as well. Well, that's for those really who like night driving. I don't so much like night driving unless I really have to drive at night. Those coming into the room, hit that like button for me, please. You know what I mean? I don't get on this thumbnail. So are you prepared to protect your family? And for those, I'm not saying, but, people out here, y'all have different faith and beliefs and whatnot. I ain't on here to challenge anybody's faith or what have you. But one thing that memes, see, I saw your video talking about that, and that's crazy because my load delivers at 10 p.m. You see what I'm saying? At 10 o'clock at night, man. 10 o'clock at night, I don't want to be driving. And there's nothing. I like to look around. I like to see things. Ain't much that I can see during the nighttime. Only thing I'm like a darn zombie. I'm stuck on the road, looking at the headlights, looking at my sides, make sure no deer gonna pop out. You know what I mean? I'm constantly watching the road, watching ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? That's it, watching my mirrors, of course. But at nighttime, you ain't need watching too much watching your mirrors because you can see if another car or truck's coming up behind you. That's an indicator. So yeah. So look, see what I'm saying, Prince? I had the money was not so much different than the van, but it all depends on your loads and if the company that you're with got contracts. So if you got good contracts, dropping hooks, stuff like that, then drive van pretty good. And pay just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. But other than that, what? Oh, okay, I was wondering what this truck was doing over here. But yeah, let's see. What person I feel you. I'm driving through Texas right now, and it's beautiful. You see what I'm saying? Hey, see, Texas, the weather's supposed to be coming down that way in Texas too. As you coming up, as you're driving, tonight, just keep your ears out on weather channels to make sure all of y'all keep y'all ears up. And let me mention something. Let me throw another plug in. If y'all haven't, and I'm gonna put this up on I'm gonna make a video on it. If y'all haven't invested in a radio, a hand cranking radio that gives. I have one that has the solar charge. It's solar charges. You can crank it up and it charges. They have different broadcastings and stuff on there. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that, but make sure that y'all get one of them, so y'all can actually stay alert and aware of what's going on around you. You know what I mean? Especially you truck drivers. You know what I mean? I did a video yesterday, as well. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, talking about be safe out there when you go into these towns. You don't know where you're going. Don't just go out here and just mingle. At nighttime, walking around, think you're going to sightsee or something, because there's a lot of people out here that's creeps. There's a lot of people that's hateful, that's evil, that's trying to take advantage of male and female. Because we see a lot of our fellow truck drivers, fall for some reason whatsoever, but mainly for the evil that's upon us right now. Because the scriptures even says, when I say scriptures, I mean the Bible, Torah, the New Testament, Old Testament. It speaks about that we're against just against war with the flesh, but principalities of high places, spirits, that comes and possess the temple of some individual, and they act out on these evilish deeds. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get too much into that, but I'm gonna talk about this thumbnail. Are you prepared to protect your family? And that's a question that we all, even myself, daily have to ask myself. Am I prepared to protect my family? And let me, it speaks about it in Luke 22:36-38, where Yeshua, as they know him as Jesus, said, tell his disciples to buy swords to protect themselves. At that time, the swords was the sword, ching, 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 ching. But today's sword is that piao, bling, bling. You know what I mean? That sword, that pipe, if you don't have it, to sell something in order to get it. And as you see, And I ain't gonna elaborate and touch on it too much. And don't mention, and please don't mention any names, countries, or whatnot, because I don't know how YouTube. I heard that they finicky when it comes to certain things, people names and all that stuff. But we know who it is. What I'm gonna say, read between the lines. I think I have some smart individuals that's rolling with me. That's on my team. You know what I mean? Shalom, going what I eat. Shalom, brother. How are you, bro? I hope the Most High watched over you and your family, and that you're doing all good. You're all well. Thank you for stopping in. Thank y'all for stopping in. Hey, y'all come in. Y'all hit that like button for me, please. I appreciate y'all. But please don't mention them names. Please don't mention individual names, stuff like that, because I ain't monetized or nothing like that. But I want this video to get out. You know what I mean? I wanted to get out because I think a lot of people, they're not actually preparing for what's to come. So like I said, I just read Luke 22:36 through 38, I think, you know what I mean? But you can read the whole chapter if you need to keep, so that way it can be in context or whatever. So I'm just giving you the scripture of basically where it's located at. All right? But read the whole chapter. Matter of fact, read the whole book. Take your time. You know what I mean? Take your time, and read it. Digest it and regurgitate it to where it comes to a clear understanding, you know what I mean, and allow the Most High, Yahuwah, you know what I mean, to give it to you in a spiritual context to where you not be moving according to your feelings of your flesh. All right? In 1 Timothy is also, it speaks about 5:8, but if anyone does not provide for his family, and especially for his members of his house, is denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. You know what I mean? So let's talk about them two things, not in depth. Let's talk about it. But I want y'all to go ahead. I gave y'all the book, chapter, and the verse. That's the address. All right? Go there, check it out, read it for yourself. You know what I mean? Ponder on it, think about it, and see what you are doing and what you need to do to prepare to protect your family. All right? So you have to train. Any athlete, anybody that's trying to elevate in life, and let me give you a brief description of or analogy of what I'm talking about. When I was an amateur fighter, in order for me to become a professional fighter, I had to train harder. I had to put my body through certain conditions in order to reach the peak, in which me and my trainer, mainly my trainer, because that's the one that I confined in to show me where I need to get to in order to get there, because my trainer has worked with many professional fighters, Holyfield, Tyson, list goes on and on. List goes on and on. And Buster Douglas, you know what I mean? That's my man. Shout out Buster. If you watch his video or whatever, you know what I mean? That's my man. We was in the same stable together. But you have to go through certain levels in order to reach that professionalism. You know what I'm saying? And so in this case, as you're going through these levels, you want to make sure that you bring in your family, because when you go, if your family is your body, right? And what makes up the body is members. You got your hands, your foot, your toes, your legs, all of these things, your eyes, teeth do what your eyes can't do, eyes do what your teeth and your ears can't do, so forth and so on. You know what I mean? So your family makes up the body. So you don't want to do the things, in which you not making sure that the rest of the body is being trained and conditioned to do in order to endure what's to come. Say, for example, something happens to you in the line of battle, right? What you expect your wife, your girl, or your fiance, what is she supposed to do? She don't know anything. She can't go out and finish, the job. She can't protect you, you know what I mean, to get you back to, the bunker, or get you back to the lab, get you back to the house, or whatever. You know what I mean? Your children. Train your children. Train your children. I don't care if it's marksmanship. I don't care if it's mixed martial arts. Make sure they be able to protect and defend themselves by all means. By all means, because as we see on the social media, as we see on the news and the radio, we see things happen all around us, y'all. The time is now to prepare. The time is now to gather up the things that you need when SHTF hit the fan. Y'all gonna be ready. So what are you doing to prepare to protect your family? What are you doing? Do you got things stored up? Are you buying things? You know, I got truck drivers on here that make pretty good money now. I don't want y'all just utilize that money frivolously. You know what I mean? Buying things that you really don't need at the moment. You get the things, or you really ain't buying the things that you need. You're buying the things that you want. You know what I mean? So the money that you're bringing in, just like I did. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to do the exact same thing, but I'm showing that the recipe works. You know what I mean? The recipe works. And I've been out here 25 years. I got a lot of you drivers, a lot of years, a lot of experience and things like that. You know, I've been out here in these streets, deep in these streets. You know what I mean? I gang bang. I did all of that. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I'm a renewed man now. And so my job and my duty is to make sure that I give this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to the younger ones that's underneath me. You know what I mean? So maybe they can glean from me. You know what I mean? They can take some wisdom from me. They don't have to make the mistakes as I did. You don't got to go down that same route as I did. You know what I mean? So I'm suggesting for y'all to get your storehouses together. Okay? Be like the ant. Be wise like the ant. And one thing the ant do, the ant stores up food all year round. You have to store up food all year round. You have to gather these things that you're going to need for survival purposes. You got to get these necessities. You know, dry food, get it in bulk. Look at your house. See how many people that's in your house. You know what I mean? And mainly, y'all, if you can, come out of her, my people. It's in the word. It's in the scriptures. You know, come up out of her. But I'm not talking about that at the moment. But it has to do with that. Because you need to know who's around you. You need to know who's within your immediate area, location. Do you know your next door neighbor over here to the right and left, in front of you, in the back of you? Do you know them? Have you gotten to know them? They could be crazy. They could be satanic. They can be evil. They could be watching you. They could be sex predators. They could be all of these things. And you don't know who's around you. So I advise y'all, if you can, get some land. Hey, when y'all come into the room, hit the like button for me. I appreciate y'all stopping in and checking me out on Off-Grid Trucker. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. You know, buy some land if you can. Get a storage unit. Take advantage of the money, the little money drivers, you know what I mean, or those who's listening and able to have extra income coming in, or have the means of having extra income coming in, to use that extra income to get the things that you need for survival purposes, y'all. For survival. Look around your house. Look how many people in your house. Google how much water that a person would need to sustain daily. Times that by however you need it to times that, and get the gallons that you need. Get a rain catchment system. You don't know about a rain catchment system? Okay, I understand that. They got books for that. They got books, Barnes and Nobles, any major big bookstore. They got, you can look on the internet, look on YouTube, go to YouTube University, figure it out. Y'all not dumb. Y'all not slow. You know what I mean? Y'all some smart individuals. Y'all have plenty of potential. We utilize out of our time for unnecessary things. You know what I mean? Now is the time to use it for what we need to use it for. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know about gardening, if y'all don't know about herbiculture, if you don't know about anything, building a tiny house, adding on to a tiny house, getting land on the budget. They got land out here that's owner financing land. You go out here renting a house, you renting an apartment, you renting a car, you renting rims, you renting all these things, rent some land. rent some land. They got land out here for rent. And I want to touch on that as well. I have to connect. So if you have $199, I'll get you on to some land. But you're going to have to pay, it's raw land. So you're going to have to go in there and do some, you know, cutting down some trees and all of these things. You know what I mean? Just like I did. And things I still have to do. And I don't mind the work. You know what I mean? Scriptures also speaks about put your hands to the plow. Put in that work. Put in that work. Whatever you doing, wherever you at now, check it out. You had to put in the work. I don't care what you doing, where you at in your life today, wherever you at, you was different place than where you was at yesterday, last year. I hope so anyway. Because we should grow daily. And if you're not growing, you're stagnant. You know what I mean? So you gotta grow. So you gotta get these things because it's essential for life. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't get it, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be bad. And they setting us up. You know who they are. You know who they are. They setting us up for failure. They setting us up because they want world domination. You know, they already said that this world is overpopulated and they want population control. So in order to get population control, there's things that people need to be deleted. If you catch what I'm putting down, pick it up. Read between the lines. Read between the lines, my friends. Like I said, I've been out there in them streets. I was in dark places as well. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here. I was out there gang banging for 25 years. I was in a dope gang. I was in all these gangs. I was running the streets. You know what I mean? Popping bottles, throwing money, buying cars, rims, old school cars, 26s, things like that. Being disrespectful to women. I did all of that. But it's times that we have to mature. We have to grow up. And I'm only giving this to y'all because why? I love y'all and I want to see. And I don't even know y'all personally. But I know y'all got a good heart because if not, you wouldn't be on here watching me today. If you wasn't trying to understand what I'm talking about, what I'm putting down, you wouldn't be on here today. Even though I got 5 people watching me, I'll talk to y'all like y'all. It's 1,000 of y'all on here. And I want to give y'all the game. I want to give y'all the game from A to Z. Something that someone didn't give me or I had to learn the hard way. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. It's in each and every last one of y'all. But you got to be able to work. You got to work it out. You got to pull it out. You have to pull it out. Because this is the time, and I can't emphasize on this enough. This is the time. This is the season. We see these things happening. Look at the things happen. Thunder rain, and thunder ice, and thunder snow, and thunder sleet. Places getting snow that's 2 feet, 3 feet. And this ain't even the time for it to happen. Why? We know people up there playing around with chemicals up there above us. We see people putting things in our water. We see people putting things in our food. We see that they trying to pokey, do the pokey. We see these things. We're not ignorant of it. So if we see it, then what we're going to do about it? And I'm trying to bring some light to the darkness. Get the things. Get your family together. Get your family in order. Continue your legacy, because if you don't, your legacy is going to die out. And you look at it in the book, the same thing that Pharaoh tried to do to the firstborn males. Why was he trying to do it to the firstborn males? Because he want to stop the generation. He want to kill the legacy of the men. Only way your legacy can live on is not nothing against women, but through your boys. Your boys continue your name. The woman, the wife, takes on another man's name. We cannot allow Pharaoh. And we know today's Pharaoh. We know who that is. Starts with a G, ends with a T. Sit up in the W. Starts with a W, ends with an H. We know who these people are. We know they sit up in high places. You know what I'm saying? Catch what I'm putting down. Read between the lines, y'all. Read between the lines. You know, if y'all don't know, hey, if I don't know, I have some very intelligent men and women in the chat that maybe can give you more information at the time that I can give it to you. Because I'm looking at different I'm looking at different messages, you know, that's coming through, and I make sure that I'm giving you the proper information that's needed for right now. Because I don't want y'all to be out here in the blind. What I did, I got me a folder, I got me a good pen or pens. I start categorizing, you know, the things that I need from major to minor, and I started working on them slowly. I start working on my land. I start working on a shipping container for my storage. I start working on my fencing. I start working on got a storage unit filled up with wood. Got generators, gas generators, solar panels, seeds. I have these things. And to go back on my videos, y'all see the things that I have. You know, humidifiers. You know, I got my Bouge RV sitting right here beside me. Go look at my videos. I unboxed my Bouge RV. You know, it's a refrigerator / freezer. You can plug it into your outlet. You can plug it into your generator. You know, I have a heater. You know, I have a heater, a diesel heater. You know, so these are things that you need. I have a wood stove. These are things that you're going to need. So when you make this transition, you already have them. The only thing you got to do is take it out there, set it up, get to work. I have a smoker. Y'all seen my smoker that I was cooking on. I have a smoker. I have a sink that have hot water and cold water. You know, 3-4 bay sink. You know, that, of course I did that because I got my soul food business as well. You know what I mean? I bought me an RV. You know, I have an RV as well, because worst come to worst, I stay in my RV. I'm in the process of getting me a cabin. You know, another cabin. And I'm going to show y'all that process. So when I'm explaining to y'all, I'm not, you know, I'm doing the same thing. I've done the same thing. I'm not telling y'all something that I have not done. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that the things that I'm doing or done was easy. It's a sacrifice. You think I want to sit here in this damn truck, away from my children, away from my family? I'm leaving my family vulnerable because I'm not there. I'm out here grinding. I'm out here playing. And I'm out here trying to give some wisdom to those who have ear to hear and eyes to see what I'm putting down. When I'm putting down, pick it up, please. So y'all have any questions, drop it down in the comment section. And those that's coming in, or those that's in here, you know, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, push that like button for me. Watch the videos. You know, watch the videos, because I think I'm giving out some very informative information. You know, something that's going to maybe hopefully spark something within you, prick something that's within you. Because we can't continue to sit around like, la, 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 ain't nothing happening. You truck drivers, we see it every day. We talk to other truckers. We see the thing. We see the food shortages. We see freight and stuff that, you know, other drivers tell them, man, it ain't like it used to be. Things is getting short. Lows is getting low. We talk to them. We out here. And we screaming. We blowing the shofar. Warning, warning, warning. Get yourself in order. Store up your storehouses. You see what I'm saying? We talking about these things. We sending the alert call to our family. Like I said, I don't want to be out here in this truck. I don't want to be able not to take a shower every day. I don't want to be out there have to eat out of my eat canned goods and stuff. Go to this trashy stores and buy this processed food. It's only going to mess us up. It's all a setup, man. It's a setup for us to fall. Don't fall victim. Don't just listen to me. Listen to other people that's out there in these streets. That's showing y'all, that's giving y'all this information. Because right now, YouTube, TikTok, that's the TV. Well, I ain't gonna say the TV, because TV actually means telling lies to your vision. You know, we telling you things that the media is not telling y'all. We showing y'all a lot of things that they ain't showing y'all out there. Listen to those that's been out here in these streets that can back it up, that have a track record. I've been out here 25 years in highways and byways, and I just now started doing videos because I got tired of listening and watching people talk about trash, nothing. So I at least want to try to do my due diligence, do my part, and hopefully to inspire and encourage and motivate the next male or female to give word to their counterpart and say, hey, babe, you thought about this? Have you thought about that? What we going to do if this happened? What we going to do if that happened? How we going to do it? How much we need to do it? Stop being distracted. We are distracted by so much. With Joshua Marmon, he said, I want to get my class A, but I don't have 8,000 and I don't want to be home in school for a year. Hey bro, let me tell you something. Let me give you some wisdom real quick, bro. Go to a trucking school. You don't have to be with them for no year. I'm gonna tell you that off back. They scare you with that tactic. You gotta be, what they gonna do? Revoke your CDLs? No, they can't do that. They can't revoke your CDLs. Anything can happen. You feel me? Read between the lines. You don't gotta get no 8,000. That's what I did though, because they didn't have companies when I, started in '99. They didn't have no companies which I could go to, and they'll pay for my CDLs. If they did, I would have done it, but I had to come out of my pocket. With no 8, I had to come out of my pocket 5. See, it's going up. So go to my advice, and let me say this: everything that I'm saying for entertainment purposes only. Don't do what I say do without doing your research. I want you to do your research. I know what I'm putting down, but I want you to do your due diligence and look and check behind me. The scripture says, prove every man and hold true to what's right. Prove me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Then come back, hey, you know what? The off-grid, he sure was telling the truth on that. I've been out here 25 years, man, this game. And when it comes to this trucking gang, I ain't gonna tell you nothing that's gonna lead you astray. Trust and believe that. I don't want to. Why? Because I fear the Most High. I fear the Most High. Go to one of these trucking schools. Learn what you need to learn. Get out here on this road. Tear the transmission up if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Because you may strip a couple gears. That's what I mean by tearing the transmission up. You may not catch a gear. I've been driving 25 years. Sometimes my mind be somewhere and I slip a gear too. My RPMs, may not be right on tap. But I know how to get it back right. You know what I mean? Go to one of these schools. Learn from the school. Then find another company that's more suitable for your needs. So don't be scared. Don't be pressured. Go to one of the schools today. Call one today. I'm Joshua. Call one today. Let them know when you want to start. Get prepared to get out there on this road. Learn, get in the snow. Go to learn everything. And what you don't know or you don't understand, you're welcome to come back here, man. You family now. Come back here. Come back here. Ask me. You know what I mean? Hey, the off grid. My driver trainer was saying this and saying that. I got 25 years in, bro. There ain't too many conditions that I have not been in. There's too many places that I haven't been to. I've been in the mountainous terrains. I've been to Washington State. I've been to Connecticut. I've been all over there on the East Coast. I've been to Florida, as far as Miami. I've been over there to California, Cali. I've been over there to I've been all over the United States, even Mexico, in New Mexico. The only place I haven't been was Canada. So I've been in all different terrain. I had to throw chains on my tires. I had to do all of that. I had my turbo go up. I had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So don't be discouraged, Joshua. Ain't about I want to get it. Say, claim that. I'm going to get it. Put that in there, Joshua. Put that in there. Claim that. I'm going to get it. Because evidently it's been placed in your heart. It's been placed in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall back from that. Don't fall back. If the Most High have placed that on your heart, then you go out there and get it. Because when I'm in this truck, I ain't so much worried about the money. Check come like this, I'm like, oh shoot, payday tomorrow, wow. Because I love this. This is in my veins. It bleed, you know, I bleed CDLs. I bleed over the road truck driver. I bleed driving. It's in my DNA. It's in me. Even when I retire here in 6 weeks, I'm still going to miss driving. You know, I'm still going to miss driving because I've been doing it for 25 years. So what I can do right now is give some wisdom to the younger drivers that's coming in. They may be older than me as well, but they have less years than me, so they're younger. The newer drivers, let me say that. The newer drivers coming in. I want to be able to give this gift to them. Like I said, it's very imperative that you glean, you learn. You know, because we all learn every day, which we should. Those who we speak to on a daily basis, we learn something from them. Even if we flatbed, even if we reefers. Absolutely, Joshua. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Anytime I can help, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm here. You know what I mean? Tap in. Tap in. You know what I mean? And for those that haven't tapped that screen, tap that screen. Leave a comment. Leave a suggestion. You know what I mean? Check out my other videos. Tell a friend. Tell somebody. Tell another driver. You know what I mean? That, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm a real one, bro. I don't hold no punches. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're doing something out of order, you're doing something out of order. Because I want you to hold me accountable as well as I'm going to do you. Because we can't say that we're family, but yet we can't take constructive criticism. You see what I'm saying? Something said to me wrong, and guess what? I'm not that yes man. I'm not that co-signer. I'm your brother. I'm your friend. And I'm going to give it to you raw. I'm going to give it to you the real. Out of love. Out of care. And most of all, out of concern. Because I want someone to do that to me. Because if I don't do it, I'm in the wrong. And I'm only sending you to hell. I'm only causing you to die. I'm only causing you to have destruction. That's what I'm doing. I'm setting you up. Why? Maybe because I envy you. I have jealousy over you. You're doing too much. You got too much. You got too much self-esteem, so my duty is coming to you to try to destroy it? Hell no. I ain't about that life. I'm a fighter, and I want y'all to fight. I'm a grinder, and I know y'all are grinders because you're here right now on the Off-Grid Trucker channel. Because why? We're going to grind this thing out together. We're going to grind it out together. Yes, we're going to have fallen soldiers, but guess what? No man left behind. No woman left behind. That's how we're going to get down on this channel. That's why it's the off-grid trucker. Cause we coming out of her. We coming off the grid, and we're gonna shoot off the hip. Cause there's certain things that may be said. There's people may be leaving certain comments in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna roll with you. I'm gonna roll with the punches. You know, and I expect for y'all to do the same thing, because guess what? It's a doggy-dog world out here. If no one haven't told y'all yet, which I know they have, or y'all may have not seen it, y'all may not have came across it, but how you going to deal with it? How you going to prepare your family when these times arrive? Because everything we talking about is self-conditioning. We have to condition not just our minds, but our bodies. And not just that, our overall soul. It's like a metamorphosis that a butterfly goes through. And you that butterfly. And the metamorphosis, it goes through a 3-step process. And in this case, mind, body, and spirit. How are you conditioning your temple, your body, your house? Your house. What's in your house that may not even belong or shouldn't be in there? How you gonna get that out? You know, something to think about. It's a it's one of them moments. Because you may have to purge it out. You may have to go through some things. You may have to go through some things. But you know what? Change ain't bad. Change is not bad at all, man. Change ain't bad. Change means growth. Change means you're growing, you're learning, you're maturing. And when you start to change, you start to mature, people start to see your walk differently. Your talk is different. You're acting different. Some may say that you're acting funny. But you're coming into that new man, and man equals mind. You're coming into that new man. And these are things that we have to do in order to mature. You see what I'm saying? You can't put new clothes on old wineskin. You know, you have to change the inner man. Because you can put on new clothes and still act the same. You know what I heard that saying? Act the part. You know what I mean? When you put on that new clothes, whether you want to act different, the new Jordans or whatever, you think you can jump higher, you can shoot better. You see what I'm saying? When y'all come into the room, hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all stopping in the off-grid truck. You know, if y'all don't know me, who I am, whatever, I've been out here 25 years in these highways and byways. You know, I live off-grid. You know, I'm driving the truck, semi right now. You know, and I'm in preparation state. You know what I mean? So continue to follow me, hit that like, share, subscribe, all that goodness. You know what I'm saying? To get the algorithm up and so people can know about what's going on out here, all right? I appreciate y'all stopping in. Hey, y'all make sure y'all subscribe too. Y'all haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Subscribe and join the tribe. You know? But these are things that we have to go through, y'all. You know what I mean? It's a transformation. It's a transformation stage. Inner transformation. You know, because what you do in your inner, it reflects your outer. So if you wicked as hell, if you sneaky and deceiving, you know, it's going to show in your outer appearance, in your walk. In your walk. What is your walk? What your walk look like? What your walk look like? You know what I mean? What your inner man look like? What your house look like? What your house built on? Is it built on quicksand or is it built on a sturdy foundation? What your foundation look like? You see what I'm saying? What is your foundation? Ask yourself that question. What is my foundation? Is my foundation sitting on quicksand? Is it sitting on rocky soil? Is it sitting on weeded with all different type of poison ivy and all that stuff on it? How you going to build your house? How you going to construct your house? And your house this is your house, and this is the members of your house. But yet you got to use tools in order to build your house. What's your toolbox looking like? What's in your toolbox? Let's build. Let's talk, family. Let's talk. I'm no better than anyone else. But from the thumbnail, are you prepared to protect your tribe? What's your arsenal look like? What's in your arsenal? Men and women. Truck drivers and non-truck drivers. Homeschoolers, non-homeschoolers. What it look like? What does it look like? Is it empty? You have furniture in there? You like that? He's like, what are you talking about? It's a house. Furniture. What's your furniture look like? What is furniture used for? You see what I'm saying? And furniture could be gifts, talents. It could be many things. Because you make up your house. You determine what's in your house. You determine who come out of your house, who don't enter your house. These are things I had to learn over years. So I want y'all to go back and rewatch this video. Write some of these things down and think about it. Because in order for you to receive change, you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to exchange for that change? Let me say that again. What are you willing to exchange for change? You got to be willing to give something up. You got to be willing to die to something that you no longer need, that you must have to give up in order to get what the Most High has for you to receive. Hope y'all picked that up while I was putting that. Read between the lines. Do your study. Study to show yourself approved. You get in your book. Because one thing about this book, y'all believe it or not, I want y'all to call me on it. This book right here, the Sefer, it's in Scripture. It's in the Bible. And also, this is the agricultural book. Do y'all believe that? It's an agricultural book. Not only is it an agricultural book, it's allegorical and metaphysical. Y'all don't know what them words mean? Look it up. Do your research on it. It's allegory and metaphysical. And it's an agricultural book. Why? Because we are agricultural people. We, me and you, are agricultural people. Because anything and everything we do, we must take it back to the garden. We must take it back to the garden. What do your garden consist of? What's in your garden? How do you maintain your garden? Do you allow weeds to grow all in your garden? Around your herbs, around your vegetables, around your fruit trees and all of that stuff? Garden consists of plowing. Gardening consists of determines on whether what type of herbs and fruits and vegetables that you plant in your garden, depending on the soil content. Remember what I said earlier? What kind of soil are you? See what I'm saying? And it's where do our flesh go back to? To the original properties. If we are hue men. Hue is a reddish or brown clay of the earth. Man is the highest form of intelligence. Human. Mind is spirit. Most High breath, his spirit, his ruach into us and called us man. Where we come from, the hue. I don't care where you want to take it to. I don't care where you want to take it. Everything's together. Everything lines up. So what are you and how are you prepared to protect your tribe? Because you have to be a nurturer. Look at the fruit of the spirits. Y'all those that's in the Bible, you know what I mean? The fruit of the spirits. What are the fruit of the spirits? That's your homework. That's your homework. The fruit of the spirit. We have to be a nurturer. Scripture speaks on two things, which I really take you to. Love the Most High, your Elohim, all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, all your ruach. Place no one else above the Most High. Second one is love your neighbor as you would yourself. Who's your neighbor? Not just any neighbor. Not just any neighbor. Neighbor is someone that's within your tribe. This not the neighbor of me, your next door neighbor. You go over there and buy them food and groceries and all that stuff. You don't know them. Your neighbor is someone that you know. Your neighbor is part of your tribe, part of your family. Your neighbor, it could be your hands, your arms, your limbs. Arm, leg, arm, supreme head. Don't just caught what I put down. You understand what I'm saying? It means your overall physical composition. Your body, your house, your temple. What are you putting in your temple? What are you putting in the temple in order to feed the rest of your body? Because you got to know what you're putting in your temple in order to feed your tribe, feed your family. Proper preparation prevents poor performances. Each one teach one. So what are we doing? How are we building? How are we edifying? Y'all, we want to use this social media outlet to play. Talk about some crazy shit. And put it bluntly. That's what we use this platform for. Playing video games on there, twerking and showing shoes and going to the mall and rims and cars and clothes and hoes. I mean, I'm keeping it 100. Right? That's what a lot of you see all on this social media. And they all distractions. But we're not talking about the realness of what we should be talking about. Is what are we doing to prepare to protect our family, our tribe? Yeah, we out here getting money. But what are we going to use that money towards? Are we going to be hoarders? Are we going to just gather up something that's not going to be beneficial in order to leave a legacy to our children's children, which it speaks about in the book? It says a wise man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. What are you leaving? What are you preparing to leave? Are you working on it? How far are you? What all you need to finish up the project? Or is it a everlasting project? Because right now is the time. We cannot waver. We cannot allow ourselves to be distracted. Because when there's distraction, we're leaving an opening for the enemy to come in. He gonna come in through our children. He gonna come in through our wives. He gonna come in through any other outlet, cracks and crevices that it can squeeze itself into to distract you, man, from moving, from achieving what it is the Most High has for you to achieve. Are you tired? Are you ready? Are you prepared to fight? Are you in a condition to fight? Are you in a spiritual condition to fight? Are you in a physical position to fight? Are you in a mental position to fight? Are you in an emotional position to fight? Men, I'm speaking to you men. I'm speaking to you men. I'm speaking to my fellow soldiers. I'm speaking to you. And not just to you personal, but the spirit that lies within you. Bayou Sugar, how you doing? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping in, checking me out. Appreciate that. How are you? I'm out here in this crazy weather right now. You know, stopped in to show some love and some concerns and see how everybody holding up out here. You know. So yeah, I appreciate you stopping in, checking me out. Hope all is well with you and the family. You know, but are you ready? Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to battle? And what are you doing to prepare for battle for you and your family? Are you prepared to fight? Because you know what, in a fight, there's going to be one coming on top, there's going to be one on the bottom. I will buy you sugar, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the weather coming your way right now, but it's still hailing. It's hailing, snowing, freezing out here. I'm stuck. And I'm out here in Missouri, you know, and it has some some thunder snow, some thunder sleet, some, you know, and it was actually thunder, like boom, 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 thundering for real. And next thing you know, here comes the snow coming down. Like right now, I'm looking at maybe about maybe about a foot of snow right here in front of me. You know, I got ice all in my windshield and everything. You know, but yeah, I'll be careful. You be careful out there too. You happen to get out there on the highways and byways. Make sure that you, that you got your proper, things you need. Proper things you need out there. You know, if you don't have to go out, don't go out. Anybody, if you don't have to go out, please don't venture out there. You know. So, are you prepared? I'm not getting off that question. Are you prepared to protect your family? What do you have far as preparation? When things go down, are you ready? You can't be on your emotions and your feelings and crying and all of that. Your family need to know what are the orders. Have you prepared your family to the marching orders? If this happened, we're going to do this. If that's happened, we're going to do that. Have you? Let me see your hands. I only got 3 people on here. Any hands? Talking to men. Even, you know, women, sisters, y'all want to answer too? Y'all can, you can throw your hands up. Anybody. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Mentally, emotionally, physically? Are y'all prepared? If not, it's all good. You know what I mean? I don't need to be ashamed, because guess what? I once wasn't prepared either. But I had to have someone to speak to me and ask me, was I prepared? And what are you doing? If not, what are you doing to get prepared? To be prepared? Just a little bit. You got food together? You got extra clothing? You got shelter outside of the city. You got water. Okay, Bayou Sugar, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not, but I'm working on it. Absolutely. It's the work. Remember I was saying that earlier. Let's get the work. Put our hands to the plow. What that means? Get the work. When you plowing up, right? You working. You working. And when you working, work the land, what you tilling. Tilling means turning over. Turning over meaning revealing. When you turn over that soil, you're revealing what's underneath that soil. You're gonna see worms, you're gonna see, little crawling things, and potato bugs and ants and all of these things. But you won't know that until you put the work in. When you start tilling, when you start uncovering. You see what I'm saying? When you uncover these things, then the new soil will be new soil. You see what I'm saying? Then you got to start nurturing. You're going to have to start nurturing, meaning you're feeding love, attention into the soil. And that's your family. That's your garden. How are you guarding her? How are you guarding him? How are you guarding them, husbandmen? Those that's in the Bible, they was husbandry. Husbandry means those taking care of the flock, the garden, stuff of that nature. Are you practicing? Are you working on your husbandry? We got to put in the work, because if not, our generation will not survive. Because we know there's people that's trying to cut off generations. They don't want your generation. Why you think in the Bible when Pharaoh told his maid servants to go and deliver the babies of the Israelites? He told them to go deliver the family of the Israelites. And when they went there, the baby was already born. They tried to destroy the generation. They tried to destroy, cut out the name. House of Yamir, Shalom. Shalom, bro. Hope you've been safe from them highways and byways, man. I appreciate you stopping in and checking me out, bro. I hover you. Appreciate you. All esteem be to you, But what are you doing? You gotta put in that work. Absolutely, Yamir. You gotta put in that work. Because guess what? A lot of things ain't gonna come to you. You just sitting there just twiddling your thumbs. You think the Most High is supposed to just rain something out the cloud on you, but you ain't putting your part in? You ain't doing your part? You gotta put in that work. He says it in his word. You work, for one, you work 6 days and you rest on the Sabbath. Putting in work. You reap what you sow. You have different seasons. You have sowing season, you have harvest seasons. You have rainy season and latter rains. And I'll touch on that. That's something totally different. But right now this is cold season. Cold season, things are lying dormant. You still can plant a seed, but yet that seed is still working, but it's lying dormant to the right time. Because the Most High does things on his timing and his timing only, not ours. We may want things right then, right there. We may, I prayed on it, the Most High never showed up, he never sent anything, what? Why? Because it's not your season. And if you get it out of season, you know what I'm saying? You may not like it. It may not last long. You know, he said, well, I gave it to you. You wanted it? Hey, there it is. Then guess what? You may not be ready for it. He know when you're ready. He's on right on time Elohim. We are microwavable era. We want things instantly. We want to put it in the microwave, put it on so many minutes, boom, ding, 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 done. We don't want to put it in we don't want to do the wood stove method. We don't want to have to go out there, chop the wood down, make sure that the wood is seasoned and whatnot. Go ahead, get some kindling, you know what I mean? Put the kindling in there, make sure that the fire going, fan it, all that stuff. You know, go out there and make sure you get your cast iron a pot or your skillet or whatever. Put it out there, you know, watch it. You know, gotta keep, you know, put those light on it, whatever, see the temperature and all that. We don't want to do all that. We don't want to put in the work. This, not speaking to those on here, but this is a lazy generation. The generation before me told me that. And I see it now. And I give all praise and esteem to the Most High, Yahuwah, for showing me and giving me, back then when I was out there on the country, you know, when I act up in the city, my mom sent me to the country with my grandparents and my aunts and my dad now. You know what I'm saying? Country. Out there with the chickens, with the ducks, squirrels, all that stuff. Had to chase chickens down from the mountain all the way down to, you know, to the flatlands. Riding horses, dirt bikes, did all that, 4 wheels, all that stuff. Country. Hunting for snakes, I was so bored. You know what I mean? Kicking chickens when I get close to them, I was so bored. But I appreciate that. I had to go out there with my grandmother and hoe. Y'all know what a hoe is. You know what I mean? Not the one out there in the streets, but the tool, the hoe. You know what I mean? The ground, my grandmother came behind me, dropped seeds in it. Showed me different methods of how to do certain things. Not the way this new way is trying to do it, but the old path. Scripture says, man, I'm saying this book is this book. This book right here, the scriptures, the Bible, right here. It speaks facts. It speaks facts. You got to read it though. You have to read it. You have to understand it. Don't eat it fast. Don't eat it fast. Take your time. Chew on it. Relax. Bit by bit. Piece by piece. Book by book. Chapter by chapter. Verse by verse. It speaks to us. If you're willing to hear. But you got to be willing to hear from the Most High, our shepherd. You got to know his voice. Because many voices can come in to seem like it sound like it's our shepherd's voice. But you really got to be keen. You really have to understand it. So it's all about properly preparing yourself. And when you prepare yourself, to prepare your family, prepare your tribe. Do I fall short? I do. But I have accountability brothers. I have accountability book, which is my roadmap, which is the laws, the statutes, and the commandments in this book that I subscribe to, that I follow to the best of my ability. No, I'm definitely not religious. I'm spiritual. And I believe in the resurrection. I believe in the Most High Yahuwah. I believe in the Shemayim, which is the heavens. And I can look at that in many ways. Many ways. I'm not going to go in there today about it. But we all came here not of our own will or our own way. This book is an agricultural book. Agricultural book. It's allegorical and it's metaphysical. There's many stories in here. You may say, I'm not on that story. You fit in that. Put yourself in that story. Put yourself in those stories. Because the Most High ain't wrote this book or inspired individuals to write the books for anybody to read and interpret. There's only a chosen few. And his book said many are calling, a few. But there's a few. It's a remnant. It's not many. So put your hands to the plow, my people. Prepare yourself and your family for what's to come. Do the best that you can do, that you're capable of doing. But don't stop. Don't stop. Keep working. Because you're going to reap the benefits of your work. If you put no work in, your harvest is nothing. You will have a drought. You will have a drought. Because you put no work in. You prepare for nothing. And the drought means there's no water. You know what that water symbolizes? Do you know what that water symbolizes? The water symbolizes nurture. What have you done to nurture? Yeah, we know water comes from the Shemayim. We know it comes from the skies. We know how rainwater is developed. But when the Most High poured the rain down on you, what are you doing to capture it? You don't have no vessel available to catch it, to preserve it, to spread the water on your crops. Who is your crops? Your family. Can't get away from it. What water, the nurturing, are you pouring onto your wife? Because in turn, your wife poured onto your children. Or maybe a time that you may need it and your children will come back to remind you. Abba, mean Father. I remember you said this, I remember you said that. It's a beautiful thing, man. I'm drinking some tea. It's still hot. You know, what are we doing? What are we doing? Talk to me. Let's have a dialogue. Let's build. I don't want to do all the talking. I don't want to do all the talking. We family. Let's build. Let's build. Let's grow. Let's destroy. Let's build on righteousness and destroy all unrighteousness. Allow Yah. That's what it's about. That's what it's about on this channel. I don't know about, I can't speak on no other truck driver's channel. That's what we're about. Building and edification. We can talk about these highways and byways. We can talk about things that's going on here on these roads. We can talk about the brokers, the dispatchers. We can talk about the receivers and the shippers. We can talk about these bill of ladings. We can talk about how the GPS is malfunctioning. We can talk about the log books, the e-logs, or the manual logs. We can talk about the condition of the roads. We can talk about DOT. We can talk about all the things. And I'm going to give you. But at the end of the day, I still want to go back to family. Because if there's no family, there's no you. There's no me. Like I say, it's been challenging, man. It's been challenging even for me. I'm not above nobody listening, going to listen that's on here right now. I don't care if I'm the elder, I'm older, or what have you. I still make mistakes. But guess what? The Most High give me another opportunity to get it right. And by me getting it right, I have to repent. I have to repent to the Most High, and I have to repent to my family. I have to repent to my brothers. I have to repent to my sisters for what I haven't done wrong. Repent means to not do it again. Ask for forgiveness. And not go back to that thing. Have you repented? Have you forgiven your brother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your mom, your dad, or whoever? Have you repented? Ask for forgiveness. You know, at times that when I didn't repent, I didn't ask for forgiveness, I had a heart feeling, you know, and something that keeps eating at you, over and over again. And on top of it, it can stop your blessings and add curses, because you know something ain't right. And the curses could be heart attack, stroke, even heart conditions. When you evil, you know, when you bitter towards somebody, all of these things, it's a heart condition. Literally, a heart condition. And heart condition can cause you to have a heart attack and die. Even though certain foods, you know, you shouldn't be eating, can cause a heart attack, a stroke. It still go back to what you're putting in your body. Are you improving or defiling your body? Are you improving your family, or are you killing, destroying your family? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Have I destroyed my family at times, I think? Yes, I have. I have. Because we have to understand as men, the buck starts with us, regardless of how we want to look at it. Even when our wives, a female that we have been betrothed, our fiance, betrothed, you know, our fiance, is not listening. It's for us as men to nurture her, to get her to understand, because there's got to be a foundation. And we, as a couple, as two, have to be like-minded. Scripture says, how can two walk together and they don't agree? They can't. That's like a boat. How are you going to say you're in a relationship and it goes like this? It goes like that. Separation. Separation equals lack of communication. How are you able to commune and become a community, common unity? Get that one. Get what I put down. Pick it up. Common unity, community, communication. How can you say you're in a relationship? Ship only sails one way, right? When y'all disagree. When y'all, you know, saying, you know, walking in light. You can't. So if you the coach, you have to make sure that you properly explaining Even if you have to give in-depth directions on how to go about and do something a certain way, according to the playbook. They have to know the routes. They have to know the plays. But you as the coach have to make sure that the plays is ran right in order for it to be successful. So you have to be able to communicate. It may be a malfunction at times where, you know, like, damn, you ain't even listening, you ain't even following direction. Maybe there's something to which they may not understood as well, need more understanding of it. A lot of these things go into communication. It has to be worked out. Those coming to the room, hit the like button for me. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe to this video. You know, share this video. You know, go on my other videos too if you can. Appreciate y'all. You know, but these things are vital. These things are very important. It's a must. Because if not, they may not want to, it may cause the rest of the team to lose, to fail, get killed. I'm telling you, do this over here, you want to argue with me. So yeah, what are you doing to prepare your family? Prepare your family for what? A natural disaster. Y'all understood that one? Okay. What kind of natural disaster? Like a storm, a hurricane, a tornado, all of that. All of that. But it's going to come in a different form. It's already here in a different form. If you can see it, if you can hear it, if you can taste it, smell it, and some trying to put it in different formation to where it's going to have a tight relationship with our veins. If you understand that pokey, and turn yourself around, you end up like a monster, you know, or what have you. Y'all got y'all chickens? What kind of chickens y'all gonna get? You got goats? What kind of goats you gonna get? You got deer, a deer farm? What kind of venison you gonna get? Deer and eat. Cows. Land. Where your land gonna be? How many acres you want? How long you gonna be in that truck? How long you gonna be driving that bus? How long you gonna be in a trash truck? How long you gonna be in that dump truck? How long are you gonna do these things and not get yourself together to where when things hit the fan, you have an escape route? What is your escape plan? What's your bug out plan? You got your bug out bag? Hey, I don't even got my bug out bag together for real. I don't. I just have things in my storage. I don't have an actual bag, backpack, a bag that I keep with me other than stuff I have in my truck. That's 100. I'm being transparent. That's a lot of things that you don't get from these channels. They ain't gonna tell you, show you everything. You watch one of my video, I show you I'm out here brushing my teeth. You know, I can't show you other things that I had to do. You know, gotta wipe off, wash up, bird baths, all that stuff. Get it right here in my truck. Sometimes we don't have access to truck stops like this. See that? See that? ice in my windshield. Windshield can't even move. Sometimes you don't have access to that. What you gonna do at times when you don't? What you gonna do at times when you don't? It's gonna come at times when there's not, these things gonna be closed down, y'all. Be like a ghost town. All the gas been dried up in the tanks. And y'all seen movies? And it's real. They can predicting and telling you what's happening. You got other countries telling their citizens what to prepare, what to stock up on. Oh good USA. Wow. They ain't telling nobody anything. But you got those out here that's telling, blowing the shofar daily. Sounding the alarm daily. They're telling you to prepare. They're telling you to come up out of her. They're telling you, store up your storehouses. Nobody want to listen. They start to take out social media people that's trying to spread the word, things like that. They don't want them to have any input. They don't want nobody to hear them or whatever. I ain't saying anything that's not already out there. Like I said, I don't know anything. You know what I mean? Anything I'm saying is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. I ain't saying to do it as a fact. It's a mythology. We have to prepare regardless. And like I said, I have 6 more weeks, y'all, for retirement. 6 more weeks I'm up out of this truck. Well, when I say I'm up out of this truck, I'm up out of here driving as much as I drive. Because I still have my CDLs. And I want to be able to be on my land, at the ranch. At Kichita's ranch. I want to be able to be on my ranch. Because now I'm not able to get out there like I want to get out there. I want to be on the ranch 4 days out of the week. 4 days. I'm gonna do 4 days. 4 days. And I don't need a lot of money. Not for what I'm doing to maintain, because I'm downgrading. I ain't gonna pay no bill. I'm gonna pay. No electric, no gas, no water, no heat. I'm gonna try to get away as quick as possible from any having to go to the store, purchase anything. I want to be able to grow, eat my own food off my land. Yeah, that's my goal. That's how I'm going to be able to successfully retire. But you got to have a retirement plan in play. You got to have a retirement plan in play, because if you don't, you're almost back to the drawing board. Like, what am I going to do? How I'm going to do it? When I'm going to do it? How much money I need to do it? You need to write that stuff down now. And I'm telling you, for entertainment purposes, though, come up out of her. Come out of her. my people, or you will take on the plagues. Woo! That's in the book. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. My Renaissance grandma. She said, great goal. Absolutely. That's my goal. That's my goal. Is to come up out of her and make sure that I have the proper tools, the proper utensils, you know, and essentials to make sure I can feed my family, clothe my family, and provide shelter for my family. And that should be all of our goals, because we can't depend on a lot of things. We already see it. We already see it. Our ancestors, you know, at times they barter. They barter with each other. You know, if I got some sheep, I take a sheep down there and I'll get some flour, some eggs and sugar and salt or what have you. The person has some salt. The person has some chicken. The person have a cow. Okay, we're gonna three families gonna go in. They're gonna cut, or 4 people go in. They're gonna cut up, you know, a cow, and each one of them get a quarter of a cow. You know what I'm saying? They barter. Someone knew about making soap. Someone over here knew about making salves. Someone over here knew how to make tinctures. Someone over here knew how to make. You see what I'm saying? They bartered. That's how a lot of them didn't know about the Great Depression, because they weren't depressed. Only those that went through it was those in the city, depending on the. Start with a big G, ends with a T. Up there in the first letter to start with a W. Other word is H. If you pick up what I put down. So you have to prepare yourself. You have to prepare your family. Because if not, it's going to be bad. It's going to be about survival of the fittest. People going to be people that you know, that's around you, near you, watching you, seeing you put up these things, do these things, seeing you got trees and gardens and all of that stuff. When they thinking they might something about, I'm going right over there. Hey y'all, come look, come here. See that? Look, he got all that stuff over there. She got all that stuff over there. She by herself. There's only him and his 2 sons. There's 5 of us. He got generators. Last time electricity went out, he had generators out there set up. He got the solar panels in the backyard. Yeah, because you go around Betsy house, go in the backyard. You go to the, go to the top. You can look over his whole backyard. Her whole backyard. They got rain catchment system out there. You know what I'm saying? They watching. They ready. They see someone that's vulnerable, they're going to take advantage of it. I got homies out there in the street. There's dudes I know still out there in the street. And that's street life. Street life. Just the way some people go. You know? They talking about they going out there kicking doors and everything. I said, man, look, shit, if it jump off, we're going out there kicking some doors. If you jump off, we're going down here and take this and take that. We're gonna go over here and take an RV. We're gonna go over here and take a trailer. We're gonna go over here and bring in our store. We're gonna get the foods, get stuff that we need. We're gonna go to Kroger's, go to Walmart, go to all these big box chain stores. I'm telling you. So you gotta people gotta think like criminals at times. I know it's kind of hard and challenging, but in order for you to really secure yourself and those around you, you have to think, put yourself in a criminal mindset. What would a criminal do? How would a person ready to steal, ready to rob me, how can I prevent that from happening? Come up out of her, get some land somewhere, throw some fish around, get some guard dog, get some cameras. Get your two-way things in order. You in the city? If you in the city, first thing getting people coming after those in the city, they neighbor. Think you in the suburbs? Think you good? You ain't good in the suburbs either. They talking about that's the first place they're gonna get because that's where all the money at. They said people in the hood don't got nothing. They just like them. Listen up. Listen up. Hey, y'all haven't subscribed yet? Subscribe to the channel. You know, share this video. Please share it to your loved ones, to your friends, sons, daughters. Share it. It's some good jewels being dropped right now. It's good nuggets. I want y'all to be able to pick it up. This is what they talking about in the city. Some dudes I know, a lot of them. A lot of them. That's what they talking about right now. Man, something to jump off. This is what we're gonna do. They got guns. They got weapons too. They don't care. They don't care. I'm telling y'all. If y'all don't got no land, y'all don't have no family members with some land, y'all better get out there and get some land. Because at least if there's a little small community, if y'all outside the city, get outside of the city. I forgot what movie was it that I watched. It was I can't think of the name of the movie. There was a movie that I watched, had something to do with Tesla's cars stalling and stuff like that, plane crashing, grid went down, and I forgot the name of that movie. Anybody know the name of that movie that maybe listen to it, please throw it in the chat for me. I think it was reviewed like on Lead Farmers channel. You know, but yeah. Let me see. What was saying? Apex Traveler. We getting money. Apex Traveler. You and a Kenworth. Apex Traveler. I'm black, by the way. Okay. We getting money. Hey, you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with getting the money. What you doing with the money though? What you doing with it? Are you buying the proper essentials for preparing for what's to come? I mean, what you doing with your money? Yeah, we get money, but it's about what you're doing with it. Are you spending your money frugally? Or are you spending it, you know, to where it's going to be beneficial for you and your family, your tribe? What you doing with the money? You know, mine the Kenworth. No, I ain't the Kenworth. I'm the Freight Shaker. So I'm black, by the way. You black. Okay. What is black? What is black? I'm traveling overseas. I own a condo in the Dominican Republic. I'm getting out of here. Okay. I'm traveling overseas. I own a condo in the Dominican Republic. Okay. I'm getting out of here. Well, I don't know. Even though you're going to the Dominican Republic, Apex, you know, you still in the condo. The condo, I'm quite sure, is probably in the city over there in the Dominican Republic. And when it hits, it's going to hit worldwide. You know what I mean? If the U.S. get it, and a lot of other countries, depending on imports from the U.S., you know, as well as other countries or whatnot, then it's going to be an effect there too, and it's going to be a lot of chaos as well. So my suggestion is for you to maybe find a place outside of the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. Okay, is out of town, the village or whatever. Punta Cana. River, ocean. I'm not for sure, you know. But yeah, you know, it's a thing about what we're going to do. Hey, y'all haven't subscribed. Y'all subscribe to the channel. You know, if you like what I'm putting down, you know, hit that like button, hit the screen, tap that screen 2 times for me, you know, and share it if you have to, if you need to, you know, tell your friend, you know, let them know what's going on, let them know, you know, as far as what we, you know, got 25 years out here, and the little experience that I'm giving and whatnot. Message. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Renaissance. Yeah, leave the world behind. That's what it is. You know, okay, yeah, leave the world behind. You know, and that's true. And within that movie, if y'all didn't take heed, if y'all did not take heed to that movie, it is it's almost accurate. It's almost exactly what they saying. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. For real. I mean, in a lot of shows they've been saying the same thing. It's just slowly approaching. It's slowly approaching. You see a lot of things crashing. You see the dollar crashing, stock market crashing, housing market crashing, cars crashing. Man, food is hyperinflation. They got so much stuff in the foods. You see the weather is acting crazy. You see the water, put stuff all in the water. You know what I mean? It's so much going on right now. So much going on. So much. So that's why I'm stressing, what are we doing to prepare to protect our family? What are we doing? And I think every YouTube subscriber should start bringing that out more. It's not so much about sip and drink and, you know, drawing, stuff of that nature. Nah, it's serious, man. And if we got a platform to bring that out, we need to bring that out. But she said the new movie is called Homestead, but it's at the movie. Oh, they got okay, Homestead. I didn't know about that one. Okay, you know, there's a lot of movies I'm behind. You know, I watched a movie the other day, and it was what was that movie? With Godzilla and King Kong. I don't know when that movie came out, you know, but I was watching that movie like, don't bother me right now. You know, like that movie just hit the box office or something like that, you know, but yeah, I don't watch too many. I don't have time, honestly. I don't have time to watch too many movies. So I just I mainly check out the weather, check out, you know, things on YouTube, you know, my different channels that I may follow or whatnot. You know, I try to make documents, you know, notes and stuff, things I need to continue to do. Try to stay in my word, you know, scripts. You know, that's basically I have time for. I barely have time to take a shower. That's real. Majority of my showers come from in my truck. Yeah. But at times I be at places where I don't have a truck stop. You know, I can't go in there and take a shower. You know, or I be on the move. I got to get to my delivery. I got to get to my pickup. Apex facts. I'm a trucker. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Hey, continue, man. You know, you say you're getting that money. Hey, I sell that condo, give me a plot of land somewhere. That's what I do. You know, I'll save my money, give me a plot of land, and do what I need to do. Start growing my own things out there. You know, that's what I would do. And if you over there, I don't know what the weather's like over there, but that's what I would do. You know, I'll start getting my stuff together. If you're over here in the States right now, then I advise you to maybe get a storage unit. Everybody, get you a storage unit. Okay. All right, that's what's up, man. Make sure you get that, you know, and make sure that you tap back in with me and let me know when you're gonna, when you're gonna get it. When you're gonna get it. I'm gonna hold you accountable. When you're gonna get it. And don't put no date on there that you're not gonna get it. I want to see documentation of you getting it. I want to see. Show proof. I want to see the receipt. Show your receipt. Not as a receipt for as a paper receipt. Just show, video or something. Like, hey, this is the land, this is what I'm about to go get. Talk to the person. You know what I mean? Just encourage and motivate the next person to do it. And I want to hold you too. I want to make sure you get it. I want to hold you accountable, because I can't say that I'm family, we family, and I don't hold you accountable to it. You buy land in the USA, you need to pay annual taxes on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, my tax is so low. Shoot, I can go out here and get me a couple cans, a couple cans, and that's my taxes. He said, my Renaissance grandma said, I'm in a condo as well. It's hard getting land when they fix income. I'm trying. Well, my Renaissance, it all depends on, and I remember you mentioned as far as the acreage that you want, 1.5, and it also depends on how much you willing to, or how much do you have to spend, because I have some connections to where you can put $199 down, and pay monthly on it, depending on the acreage. You may pay $100, $200 a month, on it, and it may be less than then get you a little travel trailer, or get you a little shed home or something to put on, to get you a couple solar panels and a generator and stuff like that, wood stove, boom, you in there. So it all depends on what your pockets looking like. I'm not in your pockets, I don't know, but I know you can make it happen though. You know what I mean? You can make it happen. You have a lot of individuals in your arsenal that you can tap into to give you some advice and things as well. But like I said, I have a connect on that part. Because it's about connecting the puzzle pieces. Connecting the puzzle pieces. That's why it's important to know our members. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, I'm glad you're working on it, my Renaissance. You know what I mean? And like I said, congratulations. It's a start. It's a start. We all got to start somewhere. It is some work. And regardless of how young or how old the individuals think they are, hey, hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. Just link up with somebody if need to be. Y'all join together and make it happen. More the merrier. More the merrier. More the merrier. But it's a start. It's a process. It's a process. Man, this snow is not going to let up. I mean, I cannot see maybe 50 yards. After that, I only can see like 50 yards. After that, I can't see anything past that. It's like fall, but it's snow. It's like fall. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Look at that. See? Can't even see. Still snowing. Am I right? About 50 yards. After that, you can't see nothing. It's like blanketed. See? Look at the truck. See the truck trying back up? It's like. See that? It's bad out there. Let me wipe this off. Let me wipe it off. Give me a minute. Okay. It's bad out there, man. That's the thing though, my Renaissance. As long as you're working on it, trucks in the parking lot is sliding. I can imagine how the road. I don't see no trucks on the road. I can't even see the highway no more. It's that bad, y'all. My company said, sit still, sit still. We don't want you to get stuck on the roads, highways or whatever. Oh, see, my fault. I don't got y'all back. My fault. There we go. Yeah, my company said, hey, sit still. I don't want y'all on the highways. My Renaissance grandma said, glad you're waiting. I see a lot of trucks on the highway sliding all over the place on the news. I know, man. I don't want to sit here. You know me, I like to move. But you know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry. Cars like they're going about 5 miles per hour, maybe 15, 20, and it's 70 miles per hour on the highway. So the road's still bad to a degree. This UPS truck is stuck. It's struggling to back up. It's struggling to back up. Yeah, I want to stay still, my Renaissance, and just stay on here as long as possible, you know, and just want to build, just you know, tap in, chop it up with my family, you know, and I'm about to get something to eat here in a minute. You know, I've been on the fast. I ain't gonna really call it a fast, but I have not been eating no carbs, no sugar. Well, I have a little sugar and a little honey, about 6 for my tea. Let's see, amen. Safe, yeah. I wait till it's safe to travel, absolutely. And yeah, better be safe than sorry, definitely. You know, so I'm gonna stay here until this lift up, and then cause I'm here at Subway and Chester's. Employees they ain't even open. That's how bad it is. You know, that's how bad it is right now. This wind is really blowing right now too. Wow. Yeah, that's what it look like. I'm gonna have to sit here for a minute. And this UPS, it's been trying to back up for the longest. It's just sliding. I don't know if y'all can see them. Show y'all the UPS driver. You know, he's stuck. He trying to back up. He's trying to back up and can't even back up. Watch his tire spin. Look at it. See him spinning? Y'all see the tire spinning? He's trying to back up and can't get it. That's how much ice is out there underneath this snow. He keep pulling up and trying to get a better traction. It's getting worse and worse. Okay, he got a little flow. He's sliding though. Oh, come on. You got it. Come on. There you go. Oh, he's stuck. He can't do it. He can't get it. There's not enough traction. Pulling up again, trying to get it. He ain't gonna get it up in there. I had trucks beside me. It's really ice now. You know, they was out here cleaning the they had trucks out here trying to clear the parking lot. So much snow was coming down, they stopped. More that they was moving, more kept coming. He ain't gonna make it. He just spinning out. I ain't gonna, that's what he gonna have to, that's what he gonna go through. That's what he going through. Let's see, it's snowing. My Renaissance said it's snowing 24 hours straight here in St. Louis. They cleaned the streets an hour ago and it's back completely cut. Wow. That's where I'm at. Yeah. I ain't far. I'm over here in where am I at? My Renaissance. Let's see where I'm at. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I know I'm in Missouri. And oh, he got in there. Yeah, I'm in Missouri too. My map ain't showing me what location I'm at. Can't even pick it up. What you got up in there? Yep, can't even pick it up. That's what they did. They was out here cleaning. They had a nice little amount pushed over there to the side. It was coming down so fast. And they have 4 truck, and they had a Bobcat out here. They just quit. They was even getting stuck. They left. I think they might have went home and tried to regroup and come back out here and do it another time. Those come in the room, hit that like button for me, please. Tap the screen 2 times. You know, I'm an off-grid trucker. Been out here on these highways, byways for 25 years now. And yeah, just trying to bring some words of encouragement, upliftment, things of that nature. You know, let y'all see what truckers go through out here. And hey, talking about some things, because I go by the name the off-grid trucker, because I'm off-grid as well, and still working on getting the rest of the things I need up and together. And in 6 weeks, I'll be retired. We're getting out this trucking world for temporarily. I'll still be trucking, but I'm mainly gonna be on my land for about 4 days. That's period. I don't work. I don't care where it's at. What I do, it's gonna be in trucking still, but it's not gonna be out here like this, away from my ranch, away from my family. That's too much. I did it for too long. Raised too many children out here on this road, you know, and I have little ones, and I need to be there in their lives. You know what I mean? I need to be out there in their lives. I need to enjoy the rest of my time here on this planet that we call Earth, and enjoy the comfort of my ranch. I want to be out there on my ranch looking at my chickens, my goats. Well, I don't have many goats. My sheep, you know, my livestock, period. Fish, dogs, cats, birds. Enjoying nature, enjoying the ranch. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. You can get a lot done in 4 days on the land. Best wishes. You know, man, I appreciate that, my renaissance. In 4 days, yeah. 4 days, that's my plan, that's my goal. You know, because I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do. And for those that haven't watched the videos of my land, you know, I've done a little bit on there, but there's many other things that need to be done. You know, and I welcome y'all. You know, those that haven't subscribed, follow me on this journey. You know, follow me on this journey. You know, because I'm gonna show y'all as much as possible. You know, but please let me say this. Let me say this to those maybe follow me, maybe watch me, want to know where I'm at, how to get out there. Please don't come. It's not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be nice. Even if you see an address of mine, don't show up. That's a warning. You know what I mean? That's a warning. That's the warning. Only warning. I want y'all to know, out here in the Ozarks, it's called the Purple Ribbon Law. And if you don't know what the Purple Ribbon Law is, figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. A lot I'm not going to be showing. There's a lot I'm not going to be showing, you know, and there's a lot that I am going to be showing. You know, and I'm debating on whether or not I should show my family. You know, but like I said, please don't show up unwelcome. Put it like that. I have no trespassing signs, anything to deter you. I have cameras, trail cams, all of that. Please don't show. And I have big dogs. I'm gonna show y'all a couple of my puppies here in a minute. You know, I'm debating on that. You know, I'm trying to figure out how I should line things up. You know, like I said, I'm just now really becoming more active on YouTube, and I'm on TikTok as well. Over there on TikTok, I have a YouTube, Facebook, but my Facebook is under my soul food business name, and that's a unique taste of soul. The letter A, unique, like you're unique. Taste, this tastes good. Of, O-F, soul, S-O-U-L. A unique taste of soul. So that's where I'm at over there. I don't have no Facebook channel. You got a like and a subscribe for me. Hey, I appreciate that. Go get it. I appreciate that. Really do. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining the tribe too, bro. Or female. No disrespect. You know, I appreciate you. You know. But yeah, so that's my other channel over there on Facebook, and I'm gonna have to get another channel, a Facebook account for the Off-Grid Trucker. You know, and I have, what's the other one? Not TikTok. It's TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I'm missing another one. Instagram. There you go. Instagram. Yeah, Instagram. Yep. So Instagram. I think I have one over there, but I think that's under a Unique Taste of Soul too. You know, like I said, that's my soul food business. You know, and I dropped that to get back in the truck, so I needed to make more money. Plus, you know, seemed like a lot of people didn't want to work, and I was out there doing it myself. Check out some of my videos. Go to check out some of my videos over there too. You know, on Instagram, go on the ground. You know, check me out on that soul food. You know, I do pretty good out there, and I will continue to if I have to out there when I get out there in Missouri. You know, in the Ozark. But yeah, there's things I'm still putting together, piecing together, trying to figure out. I'm currently doing my intro. You know, I'm always trying to better my platform, in which I'll be able to encourage a next person to grow. I want to be able to grow my channel, you know, and I want to be able to grow my channel so I can be able to give more to my tribe. You know what I mean? We're a tribe. You know, all my subscribers, you know, and I have almost 3,000 subscribers, but somehow you would think I have 3,000 subscribers, and wonder why I don't have 100 on my live, or 200 on my live, 300 on my live. You know, maybe something I'm doing wrong. Like I said, I'm still learning. You know, I maybe have to do more videos and stuff like that, or my hashtags. I'm not for sure. I'm just watching others. You know what I mean, and trying to figure this thing out. Let's see. Go get it. You got it. Okay, I read that one. All right, appreciate that. Go get it. Go get it. Get it. My Renaissance grandma said, "What made you choose the Ozarks?" Whoa. Well, you know, I don't want to be too drawn out, but you know, I travel all over the country, and there was one time, you know, I put in the Most High's hand, and there was a night, and I had a couple people that's out there in the Ozarks, and I never thought about the Ozarks, and people used to say, "You ever watched that show, The Ozarks?" Nope, never have, and still haven't watched it. Right? I don't know nothing about it. You know, they say, "Oh, like that show Ozarks." I said, "Oh, it's a show Ozarks? Okay, boom." You know, like I say, I don't watch much television, but I took it in the Most High's hand. You put it in the Most High's hand, say, you know, some land or whatever. You know, show me where you want me to go. You know, and because I was looking for, there's things I wanted. Right? I'm from Ohio, so I wanted rain. You know, I wanted rain. I wanted longer drawing. I want more rain than Ohio got, right? So I can have be able to utilize my rain catchment, because I want to do a rain catchment. Then on top of that, I wanted a longer growing season. I didn't much like Florida. You know, I stayed in Florida for a minute. You know, too hot, too much drought, not enough water. I stayed in Georgia. You know, I stayed in Carolinas. You know, so the thing is that I wanted to be able to homeschool my children. I wanted where there was two-way friendly. I wanted, these are some of the things that I wanted. So when I looked at Florida, you know, I don't like that heat down there, too hot, especially in the summer. You know, then there's regulations and stuff that I didn't like it on top of that. I looked at Georgia, same thing, homeschool restrictions and all that stuff. I didn't like that. Same way North Carolina, and so a lot of these states that I looked into, I had land in Texas, sold that. I was thinking about Arizona, but I was like, Arizona's almost like Florida. I have family out in Nevada, in Nevada, and I was like, went out in Nevada. I was like, man, too much desert land out there. Got to do stuff with this, in order to get grass. And I like grass. I don't like too much heat. I like 4 seasons. I like to plant and things, whatnot, in 4 seasons. Okay, so yeah, so there was a time where I wasn't able to rest, and there was a plot out in the Ozarks specifically. I know a couple guys that live, like 4 guys that live about not even an hour, some about 5 minutes from me, some about 30 minutes from me, some about an hour from me in Oklahoma. So I kept looking out there in that land, because I had some land out there before, but when I went out there to check it out, I wasn't able to get no motorhome, nothing up on there. I mean, it was like on the hill. I was like, nah, I don't want it. So I gave that back up, and so they didn't have no more out there. And so something kept me up. I guess it was the Most High. Kept me up all night. I could not rest. I'm telling you, I could not rest. And so what you do when you ain't rest, you go on the internet, you browse around. So when I looked before on this, out there, see with any land, and to where the guys that I told you that live near me, not far from me, and I looked out in that area, and one spot was open. I stayed up all night long. I think I might even set my alarm clock in case I fell asleep in order to call the agent. So, boom, I called the agent. I stayed up 7. I think they opened about 7 o'clock. They was in Texas. Called the agent. Hey, you got that land available still? Because it didn't say no pending or nothing like that on it. So called the agent yesterday. Hey man, hey, go ahead and lock me in right now. Lock me in on this lot, whatever, right now. Lock me in, send in the money, boom. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, sting, praise be to the Most High Yahuwah. You know what I mean? So I got the land, went out there, you know what I mean? And, and I did, when I got the land, I already put on hold. I started doing my research on it. Everything that I wanted that I just mentioned as far as homeschool. There's no homeschool curriculum. Got to go on the homeschool curriculum. I like how they govern things out there. I like how they homeschool. I mean, they homesteading friendly state. I like the water. You get enough water out there. It rains almost twice a week, 3 times a week, something like that out there. I mean, it gets good rain. The growing longer season than Ohio. 2A community is good. They don't bother you where I'm at. It's like about 2 sheriffs out there. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's how I went about finding and getting the land of which the land which is my ranch. That I'm on. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Some people, you know what? And on top of the Ozarks, I like the Ark. You know about the Ark of the Covenant. You know what I mean? Then you got the arch. You know what I mean? Like the rainbow. Oh man, look, it all fits in. And so, one thing, I have sinuses. I didn't know that until later years. But one thing it is, when I cross over from Illinois to Missouri, my sinuses go away just like that. My nose just is clear, all of that. As soon as I cross over, boom, sinus is gone. Come on. You know what I mean? So that's a sign. That's a sign. Then on top of it, right, check this out. This is the crazy thing. This is a little story time. So I get on the land. Now, I'm Lumbee, Native American on my dad's side, and I'm Cherokee on my mom's side, right? I get out there on my land. Why, when I'm looking over in the distance. I'm gonna show y'all where I seen the visual. I look over on the land. Why was it that the tree, you know how you look at some trees sometimes, and the trees got different faces or different designs, or even the floor, you look at the tile and stuff, you see certain animals, birds, rabbits, and all that stuff in it, right? Like a rabbit, or like a squirrel, or just like a deer, just like a mouse. You see what I'm saying? I was looking over, and I was talking to somebody. I looked over. Why did I see an image of a Native American looking like my great grandfather? That's my hand to the Most High. And then when I did the research and I was talking to other people, they say that this area used to be Native American territory. There were so many Native Americans that was out there. I never knew of that tribe. But just that image is almost like a welcoming ceremony. There was a guy that was on that land that he gave the land up. He did some, clearing on the land a little bit and whatnot. So I got a little bit clearing the land. Well, a lot of brothers that knew him didn't know that he gave the land up. Look at y'all. Hallelujah. So it was meant for me to be, and guess what? When I got the land, it was on my birthday. When I went out there, and you see my video when I blowing the shofar, that was on my birthday. It was on my birthday anniversary. That's the day I stayed out there for 2 days. I was supposed to left. I stayed out there another day, and when I left, guess what I seen leaving? A bald eagle right in front of me, spread his wings and said, "Ah!" and took off just as gracefully as can be. That's a welcoming ceremony. I get my image of my great grandfather in the trees in a bald eagle. Come on, I don't believe in coincidence, but come on. That was a welcoming home ceremony. All things be to you. So okay, that's my Renaissance grandma. That how I end up choosing being in the Ozarks. I love it out there. Love it. Can't wait to really step foot. I slept out there a couple times in my car. And you know what? Let me say, my Renaissance grandma. Let me say this. I was out there one night. Chickens. Now I grew up on the farm. I never heard a chicken crow at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. A rooster, I said chicken, my fault. Rooster crow at 2, 3 in the morning. Normally they crow when about right when the sun is arising. Right, about 4, 5ish, something around there. This thing was crowed all night. And the stars, oh Father, the stars, I never seen clusters of stars like I have seen out there in the Ozarks. Or should I say, in Missouri. I've never seen it. And it looked like the stars were so close that I could just climb up on my vehicle and or throw a rock and hit one of them. I mean, it was about, I couldn't even count them. It was like 1,000 of them. I mean, they was like everywhere. I never seen it that close and so bright. It was so bright, once your eyes got adjusted to the darkness, you almost could walk and see your way around. And it wasn't a full moon on top of it. It was stars. That's why in scriptures I see, man, the scripture says that use the stars, the moon, the sun as your guide and determine your seasons. I can see that. My son, he knew about the certain, Big Dipper, Little Dippers, he's naming all these others. He's like, man, I've never seen so many stars like this. I said, son, I haven't either. So we both experienced at the same time. My brother son says, water is going to be very important as places start to dry. You're right. And I have a pond that's there, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another pond, separate from that pond, And I don't know about no well. I'm not gonna spend no money on no wells like that. I have natural springs, a spring that's there somewhere. Someone told me, but I've never seen it. But I've seen water that lies on my land in certain areas. So that may be one of the, places to where it, is at. I don't know. Maybe I gotta follow it or whatever. I have not experienced that before, and I'm planning on doing like aquaponics and stuff out there. I'm gonna raise my own fish. I'm gonna raise my own fish as well, clean fish, so I can have another eating source out there. So y'all gonna stay tuned. Y'all gonna stay see that as well. It's good you have people near you that yeah, and I mean, all praise be to the Most High. All praise be to the Most High. Now where I'm at, check it out. They made me or wanted me to be, gave me the app. The chief did, the chief firefighter. I did a control burning. I don't know if y'all seen that video where I control burn and I got the guy out of hand. But if not, go back and check it out. Check it out. Leave a comment there. I did a video where the fire got out of hand. Now, it wasn't cause of my doing, but I got fined. But everything works out accordingly to the Most High. Let me tell you. You may think things, it's crazy, but the Most High always find a way. Doesn't he? You always find a way. So it's got out of control. Now I thought I was going to catch my son. He hollered for me, Dad. It's another story. Dad. So I hear I'm up there. I'm way on top of the hill. I'm looking for the markers and stuff like that. And so another guy that was with us, he had more experience in control burning because he did his. And I'm like, why is my son hollering and screaming like that? So I'm thinking that a bear got him. Something got a hold to him. He stepped on a bear trap. Something like that, got shot. I don't know. The worst was going through my mind. Everything was going through my mind. And so I'm running down the hill. Check it out. Why was there an inferno? Boom! My land was on fire. My shipping container was on fire. When my son was standing at, I had trees that we was going to plant on the land, fruit trees, right? And he didn't have the key. My key wasn't inside of the vehicle. I didn't think about leaving my key inside of the vehicle. I took it because I didn't want nobody, because I had my fencing up all the way. I didn't want nobody to come on my land, take my vehicle, or steal the vehicle, take my keys, or what have you. You know what I mean? And so it was about feet. In front of was feet away from my vehicle. So the guy, he ended up saying that he tried the fire to see how quick it would light. Boom! Took off. He couldn't control it. By the time I get down there, I didn't know where to start, what to do, because it was moving. So he wasn't there. He happened to run and to another firefighter, and they stayed near me. All three of them, the chief do, and 2 or 3 other ones do. So all praise be to the Most High. So they came. I'm like, where he go? He just ran. He left. I said, why in the hell did he leave? Whatever. Oh man, I wanted to whoop this dude, right? So he went to go get help, and he knew that they was firefighters. He told the chief and everything. About 5 minutes later, fire truck came. Little fire truck came. Boom, fire. I got 7 acres that I wanted fenced in, right? Why all 7 of my acres was controlled burn? All 7 that I have fenced in. But I end up having to pay a fee, $60. But yet, the good thing on top behind that, I got my acreage, 7 acres, control burn. I did the outside of it as it was burning because it was shifting. The wind was shifting back and forth because you got to wait according to the wind and stuff. There's certain time seasons in which you can control burn when the fire department should be out there, because we didn't have enough people, just me, him, and my son. My son didn't know nothing about control burn. I barely knew a little bit about it. I know a lot about it now because the experiences that I experienced, right? And so they came, chief said, brought me an application because I knew him before he was even the chief, right? And we kept the communication and stuff like that. So he said, it's fine for $60 for a controlled burn or whatever. I don't think I paid him yet. I still owe him that $60. And he brought me an application, and they wanted me to be a volunteer firefighter. So I said, oh shoot, you know what? I would love that. So now, once I put in my application, I will be a volunteer firefighter out there on my land. Why? It's a good thing because we all need to help each other that's around there. And these same individuals, they all ex-military too, and they from Chicago. None of us from there, right? Well, they from Illinois, should I say. And nobody that's around me is from Missouri. They all from other states. Some from New York, some from Ohio, some from Illinois, and some from, I think, Texas, right? And so, even though all that happened out there with the control burning, I'm now a volunteer firefighter. Well, I'm putting it into existence. That way I know what's going on. I'll have me a walkie-talkie. Something happens, I would get extra training on things like that. I will be able to be in contact with other, homesteaders and stuff that's out there as well. It's a lot of homesteaders that's out there. I'll be in contact with them. If something really jump off, guess who first they call? The police and the firefighters. See what I'm saying? So it's a good connect. And then on top of that, they good. They offer me chickens and goats. Chickens, little goats, a donkey, eggs, how many eggs I need, advice on solar panels, solar generators, batteries, all of these things, man. And I appreciate those that I am around. The Most High placed me around. I met people that got tractors, are willing to come out there and brush hog my land for me. Come on. And this is some things that I never gotten in the city. A lot of things that y'all watching, y'all haven't got in the city. And so it's about the connection, about the connection. So I went off my little bit, I vented a little bit. You see, oh wow, that was confirmation seeing that image. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That was confirmation. My Renaissance, that was confirmation. Who would think that you would look over there and you said an image? I'm telling you, if I had a picture, because I went to the family reunion in Savannah, Georgia, right? And I went to the family reunion, and I think it was my aunt and my cousin Womack, Bobby Womack. If you think you're lonely now, that's my cousin, right? That's my second cousin, my dad's first cousin. And so they was there, and I was walking by, leaving out the little where they had the family reunion at, the little banquet area, and I noticed a big old picture, real big picture and I'm seeing of a Native American. Like really a Native, long hair stuff. 100%. My great grandfather was 100% lumpy, right? And, he like Tonto. He like Tonto. That's what it looked like. And I happened to stop and look, ask them like, ask my Aunt Babe, because she's the elder and the historian almost, And I said, Aunt Babe, she said, that's your great grandpa, boy. I said, what? Yeah. Yep. That was my great grandfather. And the person in the tree looked just like him. You can see the hair. You can see the whole facial silhouette image of him in that tree, and I've never seen it again. Have not seen it again. I don't even know where I was standing in order to see it, because sometimes you got to be standing at a right angle, and it was just there. He was just there looking. He was just there looking. And I told somebody, I said, hey, you see an image? And that's when the guy started explaining to me about what this area was that was around us. I was like, wow, come on, man. Look at the confirmation of everything. It was meant for me to be on that land. It was meant for me and my family to be on that land. Other lands that I had that was in Missouri, nope, it wasn't. Place that I had in Texas, nope, it wasn't. If I knew that there wasn't no mountain lions and up there bears out there and stuff, man, I would have slept right there on the land, raw land, just put the bed. Night, go sleep. Some of that, you know what I mean? I would have. Let me see. Oh wow, that was confirmation. Seeing that exactly. My Renaissance. See, I saw your video. Okay, the video about the control burning out of control. Yeah, it was definitely out of control. You know, that was inferno. But you know what? That grass grew back so green. Let me tell you, if y'all get some land, get with the fire department, local fire department, do your control burning. Burn all the weeds down on there. And if you look at my video, you'll see one on to where it's green, 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 green. That was after the control burning. And it kills out all the ticks, all the mites, all the rodents, all the snakes. They all go underground. They all move out. And you'll grab, and it kills the seeds out. It burn the tree. It won't burn the tree down. It just burn the dead bark off the tree. Your stuff will grow back so green. Look at my video. Look at the video. You'll see it. Let me see. My Renaissance, I appreciate you standing up here and rolling with me. Appreciate that. See, wow, all 7 acres. That was worth $60. Hey, it was. You know what I'm saying? It was worth $60 fine. It was. I would have paid $160. You know what I'm saying? Because it was only me. It was only 3 of us, and we had to go out there and try to control the burn. The winds was shifting. You heard me in the video. I'm saying, oh no, shift it this way, shift it that way, and I'll show you how to shift. When you see that wind pulling that way, it's gonna go that way. You see that wind blowing the fire that way, that's where it's gonna take off. So you gotta start raking. You'll start raking dirt and stuff, moving around in order to direct the fire. You know what I mean? So yes, ma'am. You see my Renaissance grandma. Yes, firefighter, raking, absolutely beautiful connection. And I appreciate them dudes. You know, that was. Let me see. That was good crack. I expect. Is that good crack? What kind of crack you talking about, man? It's about positive elevation on here, sir. When you speak about no illegal substances on here, you know. So I suggest you not place anything on. I have to put you in the crack house. How about that? You can't find the image again because it was temporary. He just wanted to let you know he was your absent. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Show me that's what I wanted. You know what? Hey, ooh, my Renaissance. Guess what I found out? I was talking to my uncle. This is my dad. This is my dad's third oldest brother. Why he tell me when I was talking to him right before my dad's sister's funeral, he called me and let me know that my aunt passed away. And we was talking for a minute, and I was telling him about, you know, being out on the land, doing this, doing that. Why he tell me that my great grandfather, same one I told you about, why he say that he was a herbalculturalist, and he was he did like taxation, you know, like skinning the skin of the animals, the hide of it or whatever, and making carpets and stuff like that. He was a herbalculturalist. You know what I mean? Dealing with the herb, dealing with plants and stuff like that. I didn't even know that. That was my first time hearing that from any of my family members. My uncle told me that. Because my uncle got a green thumb too. My uncle, 2 of my aunts, my grandmother, you know, I guess she got that from my grandfather. My grandfather was, so that was my grandfather's dad. You know what I'm saying? And so my uncle told me that. I was like, wow. Now, when you said that, you know, another thing too, I was going to other family members that had land, asking them, can I, you know, buy or lease part of the acreage on the land? They said no. So what I did, I end up researching, you know, finding out, talking to people, and end up coming around with that land. Like I was saying, it was right on time. Everything right on time and in season. Right on time and in season. Man, I like that. Man, that's beautiful right there, my Renaissance. Allow, yeah, that's confirmation all the way. Yes, it was. Yes, you know. And so, like I said, you know, just do y'all due diligence. You know, everybody do their due diligence. Take your time, and when it's right, when the Most High feel that it's the right time for y'all, Y'all will find the right piece of property. Y'all will have the right connections. You know, it's in his timing, not ours. We just gotta do the work. We just gotta do the work. And it's well worth it. And it's gonna pay off. It may pay off a little or it may pay off abundantly. You know? Yes, it was. Got me thinking about that now, my Renaissance. You know what I mean? When I tell that story, and you know, and that shows me too how the Most High, He's with me. Even that sometimes we doubt that He's not there, He's there. He's there. So He's there in spirit and He's there in truth. Long as we keep doing what we're supposed to do, that we adhere to His laws, statutes, and His commandments, He's going to do His part. He's going to do His part. But we must do ours as well. You know? We must do ours as well. One day at a time. Baby steps, tiny steps. As long as you take the initiative to get stepping, start moving, He's going to do His part. He promised you. You know, and He's not the one to go back on His promise. If He say He's going to do something, He's going to do it. Not only that, He gives you confirmation within yourself. He gives you that confirmation that He's going to do it. Just make sure that we have an ear to hear and eyes to see and a willingness to do. You know. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of y'all that came through. All of y'all who roll with me. I've been on here almost 2.5 hours. This is the longest that I've ever been on a live, you know, and I have interaction. I enjoy the moment, you know. I enjoy each and every last one of y'all's presence, y'all's comments, your advice, your suggestions, your upliftments. I appreciate all of that. Without y'all, it wouldn't be the off-grid truck. Y'all made this happen. I don't know how many subscribers I got now. 3,000. I think I got 3,000 subscribers. I think I have 3,000 subscribers. And guess what? I'm gonna make a video. I'll go live every day, maybe twice a day. You know, and I'm gonna put up some what else? What's it called? I forgot what it's called. See, like I said, I don't be on here a lot, so not live, just some videos and shorts. That's what it is. And I'm gonna put some shorts on here as well. You know, just so y'all can have something to go through, check it out. You know, also I have my email. Anybody want to reach out to me? You know, I'm not taking any donations, you know, any fundings and monies and stuff like that, you know. But later on, I may put it up there just in case, you know. I may put a P.O. box up there, get a P.O. box, in case y'all want to send me something, seeds or something like that, you know. And once I get out there into my garden and get my stuff rolling, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be sending my subscribers, you know, I'm going to have drawings and stuff like that. We're going to have fun. You know what I mean? Too. I may send you some chickens. I may send you some fertilized eggs. I may send, you know, some meat. Cause, you know, I'm still gonna be doing my cooking, my smoking. You know what I mean? My barbecue. I'm gonna still be doing that. You know what I mean? You know, some get-togethers or something like that. We can meet out and do functioning. You know, I just want to enjoy life. I want to have fun. You know what I mean? You know, with my family, with my tribe. So, you know, I want to help, encourage, uplift. I want to push somebody else's, you know, vision that they may have, you know, those that's serious about doing it. You know, I want to do that. I want to help wherever I can help. You know, even when it comes to, you know, I have a profit care out there on the land. You know, I have a greenhouse, so I'm gonna have that out there. There's so much, you know what I mean. And I'm gonna have a garden. I'm gonna have a garden as well. You know, I'm gonna have a garden to which maybe I could set up in donation, help take care of the garden, something like that for, I'll go into that later. Once I get out there, I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. I'm more of a hands-on, so I'll be able to show you and give you a better understanding of what I'm trying to do. And like I said, any suggestions, any comments, anything y'all may like for me to talk about, anything that we discuss, should I say, different topics and all that, just, hey, let me know. Just leave it in the comment section. I'd like to hear more about this. I'd like to hear more about that, because I got a gift of gab. I'm a truck driver. I could talk all day long. And I could reiterate off of that reiteration. There's many stories that I have. A lot of experience that I have out here on these highways, byways. I don't just have just 5. I don't just have just 5, 10, 15, 20. I have 25 years out here. You know what I mean? I'm an OG, that they say, OG trucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I want to be able to help. So let's get this channel as far as it can go. I'm not gonna put a number on it. Let's just push it. Push me, I push you. Scratch my back, I scratch your back. I scratch your back, you scratch my back. Let's do that. That's what the family's about. Share it on y'all's page. I don't share y'all's on my page. Leave a link. Leave a link on here as well. I don't know nothing about my Renaissance grandma. I don't know if you can help me out on that, or someone that can help me out on how to leave links, or how a person will leave a link, or how to set up. How people mention your name. The next thing you know, their link will pop up on your video. But this is my live, so a lot of comments won't show up once someone else. So once this is over with, if y'all can leave a comment or leave a link or something in which I can share y'all's video. Take care and be safe. Catch you later. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you, my Renaissance. Appreciate you riding with me along these. Well, I ain't going nowhere, but sitting in this parking lot. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you, really do. Let me know. I'll check you out. Make sure. I missed your last live. I think it was live like last night or something like that. You went on with Pam. But I'm gonna have to hop up there with y'all. I'll hop on the panel next time. When I see y'all up there, I just be tired. And I just be sitting back listening, laughing, watching y'all do y'all's thing. And I don't want to interrupt, because I'm coming. I'm gonna come talk about something. Let's get some land. Let's stop procrastinating. Let's get that first. Let's get these things together. Work on it. You know what I mean? Which one? So that's me. I like to push people. Encourage people, motivate you to get it. So yes, ma'am. I appreciate you, my Renaissance. I appreciate all of y'all for stopping through. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, all that goodness, so the algorithm can pop up there. Trying to get my numbers up. Try to get more views, more watch hours and all that stuff, so I can have more perks. So I can do more. I'm gonna set up. What's that one thing on my Renaissance, if you haven't gone yet? Where that little duck is up there. How y'all be going live? They got the little duck up there in the corner, and you can bring people on screen. Because I think I can bring one on screen on here, but I don't know how to do all that. Like I said, I'm new to that, and I gotta talk to somebody to figure out how to do all of that as well. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm about to get some reading on. I'm hungry. Only thing I had today was this tea. StreamYard. Boom. There it is. StreamYard. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna have to get on that StreamYard next, and maybe get some people up there on my StreamYard. I think I'll do that. You think that'd be a good way to go about that, Renaissance? Do the live on YouTube or StreamYard. What's your suggestion? You being out here longer than me. What's your suggestions? What you think? Would be a good, or anybody that's listening, that's on here watching, that's in the bushes. What y'all think would be good? Y'all rather see me on StreamYard? What's that? Yes to my Renaissance. StreamYard. Will that be StreamYard? Best to go on StreamYard and go live on there. yes to, or just stay on this go live this way. Okay, StreamYard. Okay, yes, ma'am. I'll do the stream. I'll set up the StreamYard once I get off of here, and go live over there on StreamYard. You know, and that way I can be able to bring some people on, and we can chat a lot longer and have a lot more conversations going on. So I'll do that. I'll set up StreamYard, my Renaissance, and I'm looking forward now having you come onto that panel. You know what I mean? Come onto that panel, give some of that wisdom as well. You know, I have a lot of people up there, you know, talking, you know, from different walks and whatnot. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna have different nights and stuff that we're gonna talk about certain things. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set up the StreamYard so we can go in that StreamYard and make it work. Make it do what it do. So until next time, the Off-Grid Trucker, I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there on the highways and byways. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, you know, and push that notification every time I go live, all right? Push that bell. I don't know where it's at. Push that bell. So till next time, peace, love, shalom.